Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker!
Welcome to episode number 20 of Geek Gumbo. I am your host, Patrick. Today I am joined by Nick.
Hello.
And Jeff.
Yo, yo, yo.
How y'all doing?
Lovely.
Doing pretty good.
Yourself?
Great. I'm all right. Where's Josh at?
Josh is currently recovering. His butthole is bleeding from the fucking I gave him in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the real life
new-
one you gave him.
That is like
No,
the new
that-
sensation that is sweeping the nation. Well, that and the new Fire Emblem game, which I still have yet to play.
I've
too
actually
have
played it.
yet to play that.
How is it?
I never played any other Fire Emblem,
Okay.
but I like it. It's keeping me interested.
Sway.
Maybe I'll actually
I
open
haven't
the app
spent any
tomorrow
money,
to.
so.
Maybe I'll actually open the app tomorrow to download the update and all that.
Probably be a good idea.
So let's jump right into this pot of gumbo. Nick, what you got for us tonight?
Chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Well, we don't want no fucking chocolate. Actually, what we want is to know
Bitch.
Overwatch developers are demanding a ban on keyboards and mouse usage for consoles. Link to follow. Ahem.
Anyway, I suppose y'all saw all the articles coming out last week, especially all the Reddit posts by anonymous GameStop employees that basically the GameStop Circle of Life program is basically forcing them. This is what they're claiming. They're claiming that the GameStop Circle of Life program is basically forcing them to lie to customers, which to me, being someone that worked at GameStop, first off, the Circle of Life program has been around for a long time. In fact, it wasn't even a program; it was just more like a sales pitch, I guess, or it was like, this is what we needed to focus on. You get new sales lead to trades lead to store credit, which lead to pre-owned sales, and pre-owned sales lead to power-up rewards, and it's supposed to all like circle together with, it never ending. But supposedly now, you have all these anonymous GameStop employees claiming that they're getting these strict quotas because now it's like they have to reach a certain quota of pre-owned sales and new sales, and they're basically saying that their higher-ups are telling them to lie. There's one quote from the article I posted in the Google Doc is, we also tell customers we don't have copies of new games in stock when they are on sale. For example, Watch Dogs 2 was on sale for $29.99 new and was still $54.99 pre-owned. That's something that that a developer and publisher does whenever they're trying to like push new products or whatever, or they're trying to boost the sales of an IP. They lower the new copy of it because obviously they get more of a cut of the money on the new game, and GameStop can't or doesn't lower the price because they're just going to get screwed on it. But it goes on to say, we just tell them that we don't have the new one in stock and shuffle them out the door. Now, I'm a former GameStop employee. My store manager and my district manager, no matter how much of a piece of shit he was, he never told me, he never basically forced me to lie to customers. But then again, could be different from district to district because we had one district manager in another district get fired for this, thank God, because he was a real asshole. He basically abandoned his store managers at the yearly store manager conference when Hurricane Isaac was bearing down on our state.
About right.
They were all in fucking Texas, and he just left without even telling them.
Sounds exciting.
I mean, so, this controversy, I guess you want to call it or whatnot. I mean, I feel like this is just a couple of disgruntled employees who just have a really shitty store manager and a really shitty district manager that are just basically pulling underhanded tactics to try and make a buck for the company, which the company has basically come out and said they don't encourage behavior like this. So,
of course, they don't.
So, I mean, like, what do you guys think?
I look at it as they probably do, because when they buy a pre-owned game back, they pay whatever for it. They pay trash for it, basically. Like you could trade in a brand new game that you just paid $60 for, and you get $30 back, and then they put it right back on the shelf for $5 off that $60, so $54.99.
Well, I mean, Pat, you work in retail. You need to know with something like that, you basically need to make back double what you paid the person for it. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but at the same time, that's also the business mindset of, like, say, pawn shops and shit like that.
Right, but it's when you're telling somebody, let's say I go in there and I want Grand Theft Auto brand new. They're like, oh, we don't have it new. Well, you could buy it used. So when you buy it used, they're going to make a higher profit margin because the only money they're losing is the money they paid the customer for that disc. Then the developer doesn't get paid because that wasn't a new copy of that game sold. That wasn't part of the 75 million that Grand Theft Auto sold. That was just a GameStop copy sold. Somebody traded it in. GameStop then sold it. GameStop makes all the profit. So I could see why they would push them to do that because, but to lie to a customer when you have it brand new in stock, at least give the customer the choice if they want to buy it new or used. You say, hey, you can get it new for $59.99, or I could say a used copy. If it's a game that doesn't have anything special in the package, you get the same exact game and you could save a few bucks.
Right, and when I worked there, they always told us, look, push the pre-owned product first, but I mean, if they just flat out don't want it, like I had so many customers that just flat out refused pre-owned stuff. Like if they came in and asked for a game that was no longer being printed and distributed new, and I would tell them, like, look, we don't have it new anymore. They don't make it new anymore. You can only get it pre-owned. They would just straight up refuse to get the game because they just distrusted pre-owned games so much, which can't really blame them. But at the same time,
PlayStation 2 days.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 days. I mean, nowadays it's just like,
I don't know if I buy a new game, it's digital. If I go to GameStop, I'm looking for a pre-owned game.
Right. That's another thing I wanted to bring up is that, they also have, the developers also have the profit margin that they earn from digital distribution.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason that, like Steam is 100% digital. There's no GameStop or Best Buy or any other store you can go to and buy these things. You go get the Steam cards.
Right.
And eventually you could see console gaming go to this kind of model where it's all through digital, but they still have a box they have to sell. They have to sell the console, so they need those partnerships with those retailers so they can actually push their boxes. So it'd be kind of hard for them to actually go straight digital because they need to actually sell the unit itself the first time. And who's want to carry a box if you're not going to give them any games to sell?
I mean, yeah, that's very true.
Very good point. Pat with the knowledge.
But I mean, I'm just waiting for them to pull another stupid stunt like they did. Game developers in general. I'm not going to point out, specific developers or publishers. Yay. Anyway, do you remember a few years ago they had those stupid fucking online passes? That was basically the game industry trying to basically put GameStop out of business by, having this one-time use only code to play online. But then we would just turn around and be like, some people would just come buy the pre-owned game and then paid like the $10 to get the online code.
Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was to put GameStop out of business because GameStop could sell, still just sell video games. They do make a profit on it, but not as high as if they sell a used copy. Right. But it's more of they want EA wants them to buy the new copies because that counts towards their sales. They get
Right.
paid off of that. They don't get paid off of used copies at all.
They tried to get rid of secondhand market, especially like for online focused games. I mean, hell, even Kingdoms of Amalur had a fucking online pass, and that game was a single player only game.
That is phenomenal.
Those bastards.
Yeah. I mean, Ubisoft and Sony Computer Entertainment of America did it too with a lot of their first-party games. In fact, you know, I hate to do this to Sony, but I'm going to call them out on it.
Call a spade a spade.
Pretty much. Basically, after EA and Ubisoft realized, okay, this online pass stuff is like just really pissed off our customers more than anything, more than, made them praise us. We should get rid of it, like just retroactively get rid of it. So like any previous EA titles that had an online pass does not require it anymore. Except for Sony Computer Entertainment of America. If you just, for some reason out of the blue, want to go buy, I don't know, Uncharted 3 on PS3, why you won't buy the Uncharted collection, that's not my, it's not my prerogative. You will need an online pass to still play that game with the probably 5 people that still play that game online.
They're dedicated.
That's true.
But, I felt like I should weigh in on that. Just like I said, being a former GameStop employee, it just sounds like a bunch of pissed off GameStop employees just trying to make GameStop look bad. I'm not saying they're a perfect company or anything. That's far from the truth. But, this circle of life thing has been around for a long time. And just... they actually focus now on their sales more than they used to. Because when I worked there, they just fucking pounded it into my head. Look, you need to get pre-orders. You need to get Power Up Rewards cards. I didn't meet my quota for that one time, and they sent me to a class that was in dude, they were like, this is not meant to insult you. This is not us saying you did a bad job, but you need to do a better job. They literally sent me to this condescending fucking class, sales class. I had to drive all the way to Laplace, which is about, an hour away from here, an hour and a half.
Did they pay your mileage?
No.
They should have.
Well, they offered, but I didn't stop to get gas or anything like that, and I just forgot about it. So, they didn't pay for it, but they didn't pay for my mileage, but it was my fault that they didn't pay for my mileage. And I also got stuck in traffic for 3 hours going home that day. Because I can't remember what time the class ended, but right as I got onto the highway, there was just this massive fucking car pileup that backed up traffic so badly that I had to go sit in a parking lot for almost 3 hours waiting for this wreck to clear.
That's horrible, dude.
It was one of the most humiliating things that I ever had to do for GameStop. Next to getting...
Did you learn anything?
Hell no. Hell no, I didn't learn anything. It's look, you're not in my area. I know the people that are going to want to pre-order something, and then I also know the people that are going to flip the fuck out, saying that a $5 game is too expensive.
So I got a question. When GameStop meetings start, if you go to this thing, did y'all exchange gamer tags before the meeting starts? I felt like that's how they would have went.
No, we didn't. I didn't know half the people there, and I was like, I don't know half these people, and I don't fucking care to know them after I leave this store.
That's who you are.
That's just me. But nobody in that store, nobody at that meeting was like, hey man, you got a Xbox or whatever. And it's like, no, leave me alone. I'm very antisocial. Don't judge me.
It's all good, dude. All good.
It's okay.
Pat, you got something?
No. What do you got?
I was cutting the big man off. I didn't mean to do that. No, I was just gonna see if we could move along here. I feel like we're into a hell of a tangent.
Yeah, we did.
It's okay. He can go back and edit it, and right after he finishes the story, he just cut it all right off. That bastard.
Hell no. I'm leaving that. I'm leaving
Anyway.
that shit in, dude.
Go for it. So, continue, Nick. I interrupted everybody.
No, I'm done.
So, exciting news today.
What's
E3
that?
has opened to the public for the first time ever.
Really?
The
15
Sorry.
15,000 tickets will be made available for anyone to buy
And they'll be gone in
On-
5 seconds.
Monday, February 13th, priced at
So-
$250. It says, or $150 as part of the early bird discount available on February 13th, which I've seen every single website I've seen it on has that listed somehow different. Like one site said, oh, if you buy it before the 13th, you get it for $150, which there's no way to buy it before the 13th. One said there'd only
Right.
be 1,000 tickets at that price. Nobody freaking knows.
So basically, starting February 13th, you can get tickets to E3. There's only going to be 15,000 available, $250 a pop. It's going to be a scalper's paradise, ladies and gentlemen. 5 seconds, as soon as those motherfuckers go on the market, they are going to be gizzity gizzon.
Well,
Are we
if-
talking the same level as the NES Classic?
Yes.
Well, my thing is this. I think if you buy the ticket, and I'm sure they'll have it on there, like whoever pays for it, that's who's going to be the name on the badge. And that's probably the only person that can go, if they do it right.
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
if they do it right.
I've gotten tickets to sporting events from other people, right? And they had names on them. They make a fucking difference there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not going to have badges. I'm pretty sure the only people that are going to have badges there is that, the actual journalists and YouTube celebrities that are going to be invited there because they're going to get their nice little badges. They're going to get their little
You get a
goodie
badge.
bag.
You get a consumer badge.
You get a consumer badge.
Yes.
wow.
Because you're a consumer. You buy this stuff.
I mean, we're in
I
America, dude. Everybody's a fucking consumer.
I still feel like there's going to be people trying to scalp these tickets.
Absolutely.
I may attempt to buy one.
You have fun with that. I have a trip to Gatlinburg in July I need to save some money for, so you go ahead and do that.
I'll represent the whole show out there.
Well, there you go.
I'll live stream in
We'll
butt
make you a
naked.
t-shirt. We'll make
Butt
you a-
naked at the Nintendo booth.
I guess
Of
we'll make
course.
you we'll make you socks, because you got to be butt naked with socks and a hat.
I'll wear just the t-shirt then. We'll get the Geek Gumbo t-shirt with the little logo.
Yeah.
Just a black t-shirt with the logo on, and I'll wear just that. But I'll probably
You
cut
know-
it and tie it and a knot at the side.
No
Ew.
sleeves.
No, I could do the no sleeves. That's Nick's thing though. I can't really copy that.
That's true.
Ironically, I am wearing no sleeves shirt. A sleeveless
I've never
shirt
seen
today.
you with sleeves.
I do wear shirts with sleeves. Just
I
when I'm
worked
at
with him at
home,
one point, and he doesn't own sleeves. It's non-existent.
I
on
do
the body.
own sleeves.
Don't
Like when you
lie
when
to
you
the
get
pop.
married, when you take your overcoat off, you're gonna have the white button-up shirt with the sleeves cut off.
No, I'm not. I'm not that fucking trashy.
I would beg to differ. It would be hilarious.
I have
Nobody-
plenty of shirts with sleeves. I
It's
just,
okay.
when I'm at home, I like to be comfortable, and I'm comfortable in sleeveless shirts while I'm at home. Now, if I go out somewhere, like if, me and my girlfriend are going somewhere, then yeah, I'll put on a shirt that has sleeves. One, because, the two tattoos that are on my top left and top right arm, they're big conversation starters, and as you know, I'm very antisocial, and I don't feel like having conversation with people.
True. True.
Continue, Pat, or were you
Okay.
Or were you done at the whole being naked at the Nintendo booth? Begging
Oh, that's-
Shigeru Miyamoto for an autograph.
Just picture. Be like, hey, hold my wiener.
Okay, so we're moving
that's
on
fair,
to
fair.
GIF.
No, I
Oh,
have
I'm
some.
gonna go
Here we
swallow
go.
some bleach later.
So,
Maybe
I
some
think-
Drano.
I've mentioned Humble Bundle before.
Yes, you have.
I think somebody over there is a fan of the show
Why you say that?
because I
Humble
mentioned that I felt like I was in a mood to play a Star Wars game, right?
Uh-huh.
So now, this week they started the Star Wars Humble Bundle 3.
Ooh.
Really?
So for just a donation of $1,
Mm-hmm.
you get Knights of the Old Republic,
Uh-huh.
X-Wing
Right
Alliance,
now, I'm going
X-Wing
with it right
First
now.
TIE Fighter, and Galactic Battlegrounds. Now, if you pay more than the average, which is $10.59, you get all those, plus you get Star Wars Battlefront 2,
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight 2,
Nice.
Ooh.
Very good
Star
game.
Wars Starfighter, Knights of the Old Republic 2, and Star Wars Rebel Assault 1 and 2.
Okay, it's not bad.
And if you pay 14 or more, you get all that, plus The Force Unleashed 1 and 2.
Yeah, we pretend that Force Unleashed 2 does not exist. Thank you.
That is true.
Rogue Squadron 3D,
Nice.
Shadows of the Empire,
Mm-hmm.
and the Empire at War Gold Pack.
That is very
So
nice.
for $14, you get 14 games.
And then I'm
At $35, you can get an X-Wing vs TIE Fighter T-shirt along with all the games.
that is pretty fantastic. Except
I agree.
that is a pretty fantastic bundle for $35. My thing is though, like I feel like some of these older Star Wars games, I would have to jump through hoops in my settings to actually get these games to run.
I think
Because-
since you're playing through Steam, they'll probably be fine.
I had Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition through Steam, and I just learned how to work around it so I could get it to actually run and not crash on the startup screen.
Oh, well, that's good.
That sounds exciting.
So yeah, like a heroin addict that has been clean for 8 years, I finally have a new dose of heroin in my system, and I've been playing nothing but Fallout 3 or Assassin's
Very
Creed
good
Chronicles
game.
China.
Very good game choice, sir.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I easily put over 100 hours into that game when I owned it on the 360. I put over 100 hours in that game before they even came out with any of the DLC.
Sounds like a
Alright.
long time.
It was a very long time. It
Does.
was a long summer, sir.
Jeff, do you have anything for the pot?
I was trying to yell it out earlier, but I couldn't rudely interrupt you guys.
You could have.
We're giving you
Oh.
extra time to read it.
There you go.
Sweet.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't think about that.
there you go. Haha, fuckers. Anyway,
There's lots of pretty pictures
the-
in there for you, Jeff.
that's true. The Overwatch director, Jeff Kaplan, has
Mhm.
said Blizzard objects to the use of mouse and keyboard on console, presumably because of the precision aiming advantage awarded to players using a mouse pointer instead of an analog stick. Long story short, they are trying to get people to reach out to the hardware manufacturers and express concerns. But they asked you to do it in a productive and respectful way, and I felt that was huge news. You know why? Because there's nothing worse than getting killed.
Well, there's nothing worse than getting killed, but at the same time, you know, the what was his name? Jeff Kaplan?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you do not speak for Blizzard. You are the director for Overwatch. You do not speak for Blizzard. They're basically trying to get it to where Microsoft and Sony just ban the use of keyboard and mouse, period, on their consoles, which I think is ridiculous because,
Well,
you know,
I don't mind for anything except for the fact that Microsoft is running that cross-buy shit with Windows 10, aren't they?
I believe so, yes.
So how? That's not even practical.
No, it's not. And then earlier this week they mentioned that, you know, they may or may not bring Xbox 360 backwards compatibility to Windows 10.
See what I'm saying? Nah, it's practical.
You
And
know,
maybe
it's
on the
not,
Sony
it's not
side-
practical, and I think Sony is just going to be like, who the fuck is this guy? Fuck off.
I mean, if it takes, put it like this, if it's like, hey, we're gonna piss this guy off, or hey, these people who only want to play with a keyboard aren't gonna fucking buy my console because they can't use it, well, fuck that guy.
Well, my thing, though, is like, you know, you have people out there that they probably can't afford, you know, a high-end gaming PC, or
Right.
they were a PC player and they switched to console, but they still want to have that PC feel, so they hook up their mouse and their keyboard and play some of their games that are compatible. Because there's not, let me put it out there, on at least on PS4, there is not very many games that are compatible with mouse and keyboard. However, in the article, they're basically looking at not just banning or trying to convince first-party console manufacturers to ban or just prohibit the use of mouse and keyboard, but they also want to prohibit input conversion devices. Now, the input conversion devices, I can see where that would cause a problem. But at the same time, you know, if somebody's comfortable playing with a mouse and keyboard, they're comfortable playing with a mouse and keyboard. Just let them fucking play the game the way they want to play it.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
mean,
when you played.
Uh-oh.
It's like when you played Mario Kart on the Wii.
There he fucking goes.
It put an icon above your head, letting people knowing what you play with. So if you had the Wii remote, it just put like the little steering wheel.
Right.
Or if you use the controller, it had the controller above your head.
Right.
Now, if you use the controller, you had the biggest fucking advantage on the damn planet because it was a hell of a lot easier to control than a wheel. So when you're playing online and you're trying to play because you're playing with like your wife or your kids and you're trying to use the damn wheel and you see this person dominate and they got the controller above their head, you're like, that motherfucker. They take all the fun out. So same thing. You got the console gamers. 90%, probably 99% of the people will just use their controller. Then you got the one fucker that uses mouse and keyboard, and he will dominate shit because his aiming will be a lot more accurate than yours.
That's the thing. It's like it's just one fucking guy.
He's the
really
douchebag
think,
off of South Park, World of Warcraft episode. We got the band together to kill this fucker.
Like, dude, I think that, you know, your boy Jeff Kaplan is just becoming a prima donna, and he's just looking to stir shit.
I think it's just how they designed the game. They didn't account for mouse and keyboard on the consoles. So maybe that's just the problem.
I don't know. To me, I just think he's being... the way I see it, just in the way he's worded it, I just see him as being kind of a dick.
I don't know, man. I feel like it is a problem for regular console gamers. But I don't know that he has the, like, where do you get off pulling that shit?
Right,
you know,
yeah.
like,
that's where I'm coming from. Where the fuck do you get off telling, you know, these first-party game developers, you know, especially Microsoft and Sony, how and what they can have compatible with their consoles? Like, who the fuck are you?
And how do you know, like, on a PlayStation 4, if I'm playing Overwatch, besides the fact that the guy's killing the shit out of me, or hooking me left and right, how do I fucking know that he's using a different...
It's, you know, how do you know that? There is no way to know that unless you're, like, actually at the guy's house and like, oh, you're using a mouse and keyboard. You cheating bitch.
You bastard!
You're cheating son of a bitch.
That's all I have for this week. I just thought it was an interesting piece, and I want to hear you guys' reaction.
It was a very interesting piece.
Anybody else?
Well, apparently today, Netflix announced a Castlevania TV series for, Netflix announced a Castlevania TV series. It states that Castlevania Season 1, Part 1 will be coming to Netflix in 2017, and that is literally all we know. The project is likely the same, the one that's been reported as being in development from Frederator Networks, who produced Adventure Times, and producer Adi Shankar, who was also behind the, I don't know if y'all remember it, the gritty Power Rangers short that was like back in 2015 where like they were killing off all the Power Rangers and they made it like really bloody and violent and everybody got their panties in a bunch. Even, you know, Jason David Frank got his panties in a bunch about how violent it was.
I do not remember that, actually.
I do, because it was actually pretty damn good. But at the same time, like I said, it caused like so much of a stir that like it basically got removed from YouTube by either Saban or some other company and it was basically put back in because, you know, you just took it down because you don't like it. This falls under fair use and blah, 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 and all the other shit. It's back on YouTube now.
That's actually pretty impressive, though.
It was a very well made fan film, and so yeah, if that's anything to go off of, this should be pretty interesting. Now, here's the question: is it going to involve the Belmonts? Is it going to involve Alucard, or is it just going to involve a brand new main protagonist?
I don't know, and I don't like to speculate, but I would like to do this. Which would y'all rather see?
I would rather see Alucard, because Alucard was a bit of a badass.
I'm old. Simon Belmont.
No, you just like that whipping action.
Hell yeah. They did say that this would be rated R-rated as fuck, I believe was the exact quote.
I cannot wait then.
That motherfucker said R-rated as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, hey. I'm looking forward to it. Even though I'm not the hugest Castlevania fan in the world, I still look forward to it. Although I don't like that they're, Season 1, Part 1, which means that you're going to have to wait like 7 months for Season 1, Part 2.
Well, hey, man, can't give all the goodies away.
Well, I mean, that's the
True.
beauty about releasing your show on Netflix. Is that,
And which...
you know...
Go ahead.
Is that your fans can binge watch and then impatiently wait for the next season, not, we finished the first half of the season. It's kind of like when the final season of Breaking Bad, they, it's only going to be 8 episodes long. Here's 4 episodes, and you got to wait another 8 months for the other 4. So, see you in 8 months.
The only good news is they stretched the 4 episodes out. So you couldn't binge watch it in a day and wait a full.
It might have been more than 4 episodes each, but you get.
It was. I think it was, but it was the idea behind it.
Yeah, I am not a big fan of these mid-season finales. Like, I understand, like, during the holidays and shit like that. Okay, yeah, the shows are going to take a break because it's the holidays. Nobody's going to be watching TV, or at least they're not going to be worrying about the new episodes of shit. They're going to be wanting to watch It's a Wonderful Life and A Christmas Story and shit like that. But this was a show that came on in fucking May. You could have run the whole fucking season in that month or 2 months.
Yeah, but fuck you. Apparently.
Fuck you, give me money. That's apparently the new slogan around here.
New or...
New.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, that'll bring us right into our main topic, and that is Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, those type of services, the future of television?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Actually, no. I think it's already here. I think this is it. I think they're going to find a streaming solution for live television, and that's going to be it. That's it.
Well, I mean, yeah, everybody and their mom has a streaming service now. For God's sake, they took fucking Doctor Who off of Netflix just because BBC was like, man, we should get into the streaming market. Okay, well, pull Doctor Who off of it. Hey, you want to watch Doctor Who? Pay for our streaming service.
Let's list some of the other ones, shall we? There is your big ones that he just named.
Uh-huh.
There's Funimation has a streaming service.
There's Crunchyroll.
I actually didn't know about the BBC one, to be honest with you.
Yes. BBC
CBS has their own.
HBO Go.
Yeah, FX has one.
Would it be HBO Now? Because HBO Go is if you already pay for HBO. HBO Now, you can get it without having cable.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Fair.
there we
Fair
go.
enough.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Disney XD, which I don't know if that falls because you still pay for your subscription there too.
Wait, what was it? I missed it.
Disney has a streaming service where you don't necessarily have to watch television. You still have to pay for the service though.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So
well, that's all of these,
count?
all of these big channels have their own streaming service where, like, say you missed last night's episode of whatever, you can watch it on their streaming service. Now, if you already have a cable subscription, then you can just download it and watch the stuff for free. It's going to have 1,000,001 ads in them, but you can still watch them because they still got to make that ad revenue.
Basically.
But,
which, I mean, they have to do
if not,
something.
you can pay for it.
They have to do something. Because if they don't, people are just going to wait till Netflix gets it.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just more convenient, and that's the way
really
internet
is.
set up these phones are. People aren't going to... You don't have to sit around and wait on 7 o'clock to see what you're going to watch.
I mean, dude, I just signed up for the free week of Hulu Plus with the no ads just so I could watch both seasons of Rick and Morty, and which reminds me I need to cancel that on the 13th because fuck no, I'm not paying for Hulu without ads when I'm already paying $10 a month for Netflix. Anyway.
Now, what is y'all preferred service? Which ones do y'all use? Which ones do y'all like?
I prefer Netflix. Because, Netflix doesn't have this, well, you can have this package, but we're going to put like 8 to 10 ads in one episode. Or you can pay this package, which is much more expensive, but there's no ads. I'm obviously taking a jab at Hulu here.
I think Hulu, because it started as part of like the networks got together, and because you could watch, if the Hulu free service, which you can't seem to access unless you're on a PC, but you could watch like the last 5 of a show, like the last 5 that aired on television, but you don't have access to the full seasons unless you're paying the subscription, and then the subscription you still have the ads, because I think some of that ad revenue will go to the channels they originally air on.
Yes, I'm pretty sure of that. Now, Netflix did talk about doing ads a while back, but I think they eventually decided not to pursue it.
Some people still get Netflix DVDs in the mail.
Oh yeah. There's still the service to get the DVDs.
I forgot all about that service, dude.
Well, that was the thing. I was going to bring up. I actually, when I first got Netflix, the streaming only option was only, I think it was $7.99 a month. And then if you wanted the one DVD and the streaming service, you could pay $9.99 a month. I actually was about to get that, but then they upped the price to like $15 a month for one DVD and the streaming service. And I was like, oh, fuck that.
No longer worth it.
Nope. No longer fucking worth it.
So, I find myself Netflix seems to be my go-to, but I'm very impressed with Amazon because they have their own original series, quite like the rest of them. They have a decent selection, but they also have the on-demand renting feature for the things that's not included with the Prime subscription. Okay. So while that's not, it is an extra cost, right? If something is fresh to DVD, I don't have to go to the fucking store.
Right.
If it's not on Netflix, if it's not on Netflix, you can't watch it. That's it. Game over.
Right.
But Amazon still offers it. You can still rent newer movies or even like older movies that's just not included in their Prime subscription for whatever reason.
Right.
No. I find it to be convenient.
That is pretty damn convenient.
Now, I will say this. Netflix has ease of use in the bag.
Oh,
as
absolutely.
far as Amazon Prime, at least on the Roku, on my TiVo, even on the Amazon Fire Stick, it's hard to navigate. It's hard to find what you're looking for. I guess that's why they gave you Alexa, so you could just ask, hey, can I watch this shit? And be like, hey, yeah, you can watch it, but this is $4. But yeah, Amazon does have, no matter what you're looking for, you're going to get a search result. And it's like, hey, oh, you want to watch this show? $1.99 an episode. But Netflix definitely has ease of use down. I had tried Hulu when I bought a Roku for one of my other bedrooms. We got a free 3-month trial, and we barely used it. We tried watching shows on it. It just because you got the commercials,
Right. It's like
hard to navigate.
It's like I want to have a streaming service so I don't have to watch commercials.
Right. Plus, original programming. I'd say Netflix is pretty much owning that one.
Pretty much.
Stranger Things season 2, Halloween. Can't wait.
You just can't wait to see all those
think-
little kids dressed up as Ghostbusters.
It's gonna be awesome. That's when I was a little kid at that time. I was younger than what they were at the time of the show, but it doesn't matter.
I also
It's
was
my
not
shit,
born
too.
in the 80s, so I would not
You
know
bet.
the excitement of dressing up as a Ghostbuster for Christmas. I know the excitement of dressing up as a Power Ranger for Christmas. Or not Christmas, Halloween.
I remember being Scorpion.
Nice.
See, I can relate to Scorpion. Scorpion was the shit. Power Rangers, not so much.
That's because you're old.
I know. So, do we think Netflix, any of these streaming services, will ever replace conventional television?
I think in conjunction with each other. I don't think one individual service will, but I'm telling you, they're gonna find a way to, like,
They're going to
live
find a way to
television, they're gonna-
unify themselves one day. And I mean,
I don't know.
the one argument people could make about how regular conventional television will not die is because you have your senior citizens, obviously. But
No. In coming years, senior citizens will be hit with this shit because they're the currently middle-aged people that watch Netflix.
I was about to say, tell that to my dying great uncle who still has the same TV from like the last 15 years and just has the basic Cox package. Anyway, you know, you're still going to have those few people that are going to be like, you know, refusing to get with it and are still going to watch TV for like the news and shit. Whereas most of us nowadays get the news on our phone.
I think
In the future, that's going away.
in the future, there will be no news. Nothing
No
will
news,
be new.
fake news.
Everybody will
Everybody's
know.
reality
Everybody
is
will
pain.
know everything.
Wait, hold on. I gotta find that picture again.
So I
Because
think
I want to quote it properly here.
your basic channels that you get, I think that'll never go away. There's
No, I doubt that. Like PBS and shit.
Well,
I thought,
PBS
like,
could go away without funding. You must fund PBS.
Oh, fair enough.
They
I thought something like local
they
news.
rely on their sponsors, as
Yeah.
they like to tell you.
Hunters like you.
Here we go. This is what I wanted to quote about There Will Be No News. The princess isn't in another castle. She isn't anywhere. She is not real. Nothing is
read
real.
that.
There is only suffering.
Yo, it's a Buddhist saying. I'm familiar.
So how many people they have on the planet?
A couple billion.
7,
A couple,
Maybe
well, like 7 billion. It's around 7 billion.
7,
A couple billion.
Netflix has 86 million subscribers as of October 17th of last year.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, that's still
No. Bullshit. Find out how many motherfuckers watch TV. Because we're talking a lot of third world countries, son.
Well, that and also, you also got to remember, they may have over how many did you say, Pat? 86 million?
86 million.
They may have 86 million members, but you also got to remember you have the people that are like, oh, here, you can use my Netflix account. You can use my
I have
Netflix
4
account.
people on mine.
Exactly. I share my Netflix account with my mom, my dad, or I let them use that. You know, I let my mom, my dad, and both of my sisters use my Netflix account.
Here you go. Here's a quick thing I could pull up in reference to give us a number about how many people have televisions.
Okay.
Please do.
86 million people have Netflix, pay for Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
111.3 million people watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So how many people out there that hate sports, hate football, hate the Falcons, hate the Patriots, didn't watch? Let's see.
I'm about to say,
I'll tell you what.
you can count me in that. I did not watch any of the Super Bowl. My dad watched a little bit of it, but I did not watch a single bit of the Super Bowl this year. I didn't even watch the halftime show.
Lady Gaga's hot, man. What are you talking about?
What'd you say?
Lady Gaga's hot, dude. What are you talking about right now?
I still did not watch the Super Bowl.
Anyway, still in all, 86 million, and you said 111 watched the Super Bowl.
That's a lot.
111.
That's a large percentage.
That is a very large
And
percentage.
we're only talking about one subscription service.
Right.
We're not talking about people who individually have Hulu or
Right.
fucking Amazon, or even people who only want to watch fucking Crunchyroll.
I was about to say,
fucking the
let's
WWE
please not go
Network,
like
or-
deeper into those numbers like we did last week with going month by month.
So just
Like,
for
dude,
shits and giggles, I pulled up the most
deeper into the-
list of most watched television broadcasts in the United States. So that was
Bold and the
111 million.
Beautiful.
Seems to be just in the United States. So every single thing on this list out of the top 20 is Super Bowls, except for one. The MASH series finale,
I was about to say, I know the MASH series finale's got to
Pulled
be
in.
on there, man.
105.9 million people. And that's just the United States to watch.
Right.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Yeah, until
Them-
I forget what show it was.
Frasier.
No, not Frasier.
Excuse me. I said Frasier. I meant Seinfeld.
I forget what show it was that outdid it, but for a while, MASH's series finale held the world record for the most viewed television program in the United States.
Well, as far as ratings go, it's number 9 in a pile of Super Bowls.
A pile of Super Bowls. Can we get Salt Bay in here just dropping the Super Bowls on top of the MASH series finale?
Let's see. Here we go. Cheers is number 2. Seinfeld, Friends, Magnum PI,
Really?
The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson,
Can't blame that, Johnny. Johnny was great.
Cosby Show, All in the Family, Family Ties.
Ah, yes, the
There's a
infamous,
lot of-
the infamous Cosby Show finale where he raped everybody.
I remember
Just
that
walked in,
episode.
Quaaludes for everybody. Here, have you put pop.
Full House is on here. Look at 24 million people.
How? God, that show was.
You know what
that show
Full
was
House is right
awful.
behind though?
What?
The Golden Girls.
Phenomenal show.
It is a phenomenal show. I actually saw a picture today. It's like, when was the last time you got laid? And it was a picture of the oldest one from Golden Girls. It's like, picture it. Sicily, 1912.
Horrible.
But so my final answer to this question is they will find a way to live stream sports, not like they already don't.
Right.
You'll probably always have your basic news channels, like
I mean,
local shit.
Every news outlet was live streaming about those tornadoes the other day.
See what I'm saying? But for the most part, in the coming years, streaming will be the
I had to bring it back. I had to bring it back, man. I
That
heard
more sound like
way to
an angry stomach growl.
I heard it too. I just heard the.
But yeah, so that's my answer there. Streaming is the future. It will be the norm of television watching. It'll also be bombarded with fucking ads because right now people spend a lot of money on television commercials.
Right.
No one's watching TV, and if they are, they're damn sure skipping past the ads.
I'm pretty sure
People-
I'm pretty sure by like the year 2077, it's just going to be one streaming service, and
So you're saying 60 years from now?
yeah, it's 60 years from now.
I think
Trump streaming service.
60 years from now,
Last
you
year.
will be able to watch season 75. Wait, 60 years from now? Season 65 of Arrow on CW still.
be the only show keeping them going.
It's gonna be nothing but Arrow, Flash,
And-
Supergirl,
and Vampire
and Legends
Diaries.
of Tomorrow. Right. And
Oh wait,
and
no, did Vampire
Riverdale?
Wait, didn't Vampire Diaries get end or get canceled?
I don't know. I don't watch that one.
I have to kind of find this out now so I can make fun of my girlfriend because she likes Vampire Diaries.
This fucking conversation just went left.
Well, the NFL tried an experiment this year, and I want to say it was an experiment because I think it failed. But they actually broadcast, what was it, Sunday night football games or Thursday night football games?
Mm-hmm.
They picked a website to stream it to, and it was Twitter, which made no sense to me at all. But on Twitter, you can stream, I believe it was Thursday night football games. And
Well, that was like.
I don't think that went too well.
Well, that was like
the series finale
Twitch
of Vampire Diaries will be on March 10th of this year.
Hey, we're actually talking about podcast related information over here.
Hey, get it!
Seriously though, they live streamed, but they streamed the Warcraft movie when it on day before its release, I believe.
I wouldn't know about that because I didn't want to see that god awful looking movie.
I actually watched it.
How was it?
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was alright.
It's okay.
I haven't played Warcraft, and it wasn't the worst movie I've ever fucking seen in my life. So
it made me wanna to re-up my account for another month.
Not I, sir. Not I. But then again, I didn't have any interest in seeing the movie in the first place.
So what do you think about it, Nick? Is it the future?
I do think it's the future. I mean, like you guys were talking about, they're starting to stream either Thursday night or Sunday night football games, over the internet. I mean, my God, me and my work partner sat and watched the standoff with the guy on the Crescent City Connection a few weeks ago. Everybody and their mom was live streaming that on Facebook.
I once witnessed a guy go to Monday Night Raw. And you know what he did at Monday Night Raw?
He live streamed it?
He streamed it. He didn't live stream it. He streamed it on whatever fucking channel it comes on.
Uh-huh.
He was streaming the broadcast. For some fucking reason.
That's kind of odd, but kind of cool at the same time.
He wanted to show off he had unlimited data. That's all.
Yeah.
Possibly. Just telling you.
I mean, I do feel that in the future everything will be streamed, from the news to movies and television and stuff like that.
Which will bring us a topic to another time about cable companies limiting data caps on home internet. Ooh.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I actually need to do research on that. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
It's not down here, of course. But
of course, because we're in the South. We get everything like 30 years late.
Right, 30 years later. Y'all can't be streaming all that Netflix down there.
Well,
Hey, Cletus, did you get your new 5G phone? Yeah, well, my cousin in California got it 30 years ago.
That reminds me, I had a customer that used to always come in, and he'd ask for movies that haven't came out yet. And he's like, he'd always tell me, well, I'm from California. We got everything before everybody else.
Yeah, well, fuck off and go back to California, you douche.
It's like the nationwide release date of a movie, but California got it before everybody else. I think he was buying bootleg copies at a barbershop. He didn't realize it.
Yeah, he probably was, but still at the same time, that's where you tell him, you know what, well then fuck off back to goddamn California.
He's a nice guy, plus he looked like he was on The Sopranos, so I didn't want to fuck with him too much.
And you know me, I don't give a fuck. That's just me, though.
It's okay. So that may be it. We may be done. Episode 20.
I think we're done with episode 20. So, yeah, 20 episodes, fellas. How y'all feeling?
Motherfucking lovely.
That's great.
As always.
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very cheese. We're getting better. You guys.
We're still attempting.
Yeah.
We're fucking succeeding. We're the best.
And then we're 18? Wait, we had like 2 episodes out of the last few where we had all 4 of us on?
Yes.
That was amazing.
Except
how often does that shit happen?
Except for somebody, I would point fingers, but he wouldn't see me pointing them. Somebody had community service, air quotes.
Well, Life happens.
Damn fat chicks. I understand. Somebody's got to fuck them.
Jesus
That's true.
Christ. But there's one thing, ladies and gentlemen, that you will always have from Geek Gumbo, and that is, take it away, Pat.
Hairy penises.